I have a few things I need to talk to you about today, and I just figured since I gotta get a drink, and then I'm sort of on a regiment where I'm just making sure I eat this meal and eat this meal and eat this meal, and do things very disciplined manner at the moment. I I um I I definitely have some things I need to talk to you about while I'm on my way to get my drink and then eat what I need to eat. So anyway, what's next? We have end of the channel updates. I have a whole bunch of things I have to talk to you about, so I'm just trying to think of it at the moment. As far as, all right, so we looked at Starfield recently, guys, and Starfield, the field of view slider fixed a lot of things, but I'm sure you guys all saw that relax stream recently where like we got to a planet and things got like real jumpy again, stuff like that. The crazy thing is, a lot of that, I feel like people think that's the stream, that's the game, I should say. Crazy thing is, it's the stream. I think a lot of that was actually just the fact that YouTube's compression a lot of times can't handle that stuff. And truthfully, they have basically, because I'm at a certain subscriber rate, I'm capped with my bit rate. So as I stream in this really high quality, it's sort of barely what it needs, and it is very frustrating because they only did that because of like COVID and stuff. Everybody just like started becoming, started making content and stuff like that. And so it was really just to try to help dwindle that down, but like I guess it's never really calmed down. And because basically everybody's bit rate was higher than it is now, and they sort of just changed this without really saying much of anything. How they don't really, it's the sort of thing where there's almost no communication from YouTube to us as far as what things they're changing. I would love so I think a great thing moving forward for YouTube to do would be to just have some sort of other social media platform that they use that we as creators can go to find active information updates, instead of trying to rely on the information in Google that's a lot of times just incorrect. It's old. Anyway, moving forward, we tried Starfield, and I spent some time trying to adjust certain settings and really get things to the way that it looks really nice, and I can't do it. Yeah, I physically can't make the game look really, really good. And I think part of this is still just optimization on the side of things that no DLSS. If the DLSS was in there, I wouldn't be sitting there like shifting the sliders up and down for resolution scaling, for sharpening. Like, I'm literally just sitting there. I sat there for like an hour just shifting things around, shifting field of view sliders. That's flat out just the scaling not being correct. So that comes down to the fact that we don't have DLSS instead of the scaling we're supposed to have, because that's what's doing the latency adjustments is the technology for AMD video cards, and I have an NVIDIA. So it's just as simple as that. It's competitor competition and stuff like that. So anyway, moving forward, I don't know if we're gonna probably do some relaxed streams here and there where we play some Starfield, maybe just to survey and enjoy the music and stuff. But to be perfectly honest with you guys, I might jump around when we do stuff like that, where I'll do a video where we play Starfield and then maybe move to like No Man's Sky or something like that. Moving forward with other stuff, let's get to the Metal Gear Solid. That's coming. It's just today, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that today. I gotta be honest. The antibiotics that they put me on for the things with my. All right, so guys, I went to the doctor finally. For anybody that didn't see the stream yesterday, because I know it came down and I don't know why. Blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Moving on. I did go to the doctor the other night because I just needed to. My ears were almost, I guess, infected. I thought they were, but they're like sort of bulging. And basically, I was doing home remedies to draw out what I thought was an infection, and really, I did, but like it caused that bulging, and then it also sort of spread to the other ear. So I've had this. It's been going on for probably a couple months, to be perfectly honest with you. So it was the sort of thing where it was definitely affecting a lot of things with progress, as far as getting my weight back up, getting healthier again, getting back in shape and stuff like that. I mean, I'm just sitting there on the stream with the headset and it's like hurting. I got like, it's like, more ringing in the ear than usual. So yeah, I had to go. And I don't have insurance. It's like $150 just for me to go to the doctor. And then I got, prescriptions and stuff like that too. So yeah, I talked to the doctor about a bunch of things, with my health and stuff like that. Like it's the sort of thing where you just, it's good to do that once in a while and make sure you're doing the right thing, obviously it's the sort of thing where like he definitely didn't seem concerned. It seemed like it was just more like he wanted to treat the thing that was going on, and seemed to understand that I had a good head on my shoulders about it, a good attitude about it. So as long as that's in place, then that's really all that matters. You can pick yourself back up. So, and that's what I am doing. So I was talking about getting healthy, and that's what's coming next too. I want to make a lot of more content on getting healthy. Basically, I have a huge knowledge base on this after teaching martial arts for a long time and stuff like that. I actually helped some of my students in the past that came to me with, like basically they keep. I had a few people come to me in the past that basically they couldn't lose weight, and I because of my knowledge base on just detoxing and losing weight and stuff like that, eating the right things, just because I had spent so much time researching that and stuff like that, I was able to give them some advice that like they were doing all these diets that wouldn't work and stuff like that, and I gave them just this detoxing advice and dietary advice, and they lost all this weight and kept it off for the first time ever. It was the sort of thing where it just comes down to detoxing, getting a lot of those toxins out of the body that are locked into certain areas, and everybody's different too. But then also like just the fact that everybody is different. So what are you eating, and what are you eating that basically your body doesn't like anymore, and that you need to counteract with something else? A lot of it's fluids too. A lot of people don't realize they're giving themselves toxins and stuff like that with the stuff they're drinking, the energy drinks and stuff like that. But then at the same time, a lot of health concerns, I think, come with people that just don't have time management, and so they just they eat fast food just all the time, and that's something that's just really unhealthy. I don't really like fast food myself. And because I just really don't have any money, even I admit to needing to just sort of do that once in a while. And, it's basically the sort of thing where any professional that knows what he's saying will tell you never to eat that food. You just never eat it. There's too many environmental factors that go into making that food, where you can't rely on it to be 100% fresh every time you get it, toxin free, the exact the exact, nutritional content, like fat and content and everything, it will never be accurate. Never, never, ever, ever, ever. Because just it comes down to whoever that person is making whatever they make running that grill. And a lot of times a lot of times they don't pay people enough to care. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. I just wanted to say basically just that we're gonna make some more content talking about how getting healthy, getting back in shape, and like maybe I'll tell you guys about some of the drills that I do. But I got to be honest, I'm not gonna share certain things about my martial arts training. If you guys eventually, if somebody lives like in the area or something like that, if you guys eventually, reach out and, we can do these things where we have member streams and stuff like that, I would consider giving some more of my knowledge then, where we have member streams. Where basically it's the sort of thing where you guys are literally paying to be a member, so I'm gonna give you more. Yeah, that's what you want, right? So that's my point. That's I think where we're heading. I want to get back into my fighting shape again, is what I'd like to call it. That's what my instructor called it too. So when I took ownership at his school, he took some time off too. He didn't really want to do it anymore. I'm not going to talk too much about him, but basically that's the gist of it. He just wanted to take some time off. I think it was just more like he wanted to start a family, but he just took some time off, and he said, when he came back too, that basically he had to get back into fighting shape again too, and it was the sort of thing where he did too, and he did. And so, I'll get there. It's just going to take some time. But like I said, the member streams, once we get to a certain subscriber point, that's where I want to do member streams where like I said, I'll give you guys more of the actual knowledge base, of what I know, like drills, and I'll actually help you guys out with understanding Kung Fu a little bit more as far as technique and stuff. What I'm not going to do is give you I'm not going to just give you my system, and I'll never, ever, ever put my forms on the internet. So just be aware of that, guys. I'm never, ever, ever going to put my art on the internet, my that I was entrusted with. I will literally never do that. I will literally never put all of my art that I was entrusted with on the internet exactly as it is. What I may do someday is I may make a custom set of forms based on my knowledge base and my understanding of the system and the way I want to teach it, and teach it in sort of a summed up way, which is what a lot of martial artists end up doing. I want to not water my stuff down, though. I want to give you guys a really good gist of how things work, without it being the sort of thing where I'm not giving you the good stuff. Does that make sense? I feel like a lot of styles do this, where the instructor is really not very knowledgeable, so he waters it down so much that when he teaches the system to people, he makes these forms that are just really simple to do, because he doesn't want you to get to his skill level. I don't want that. If I teach somebody, I actually want them to be better than me. Like I've told my students that before. I've told them that the best thing I could ever do is teach you and then see you overcome my skill someday. I don't know that I ever saw that, where I taught somebody and then they eventually were such a natural that they went through the system, put more time into it, and just got through faster, and their level of understanding got past mine. I never saw that, but I would love to do that, and that's just who I am. I'm not gonna hold you back or anything like that, and I'm not gonna not give you knowledge or not tell you something. So that's what's coming. That's what I'd like to do for member streams, is the type of stuff where we're we're definitely getting more into it instead of a short where I'm just demonstrating something. That a lot of times that's the sort of thing where it's like, well, this is how it works. I'm not going to tell you how to get to this point. This is just what it's going to look like. And a lot of times that's what it's going to look like for me too. I'm not even going to say that. Yeah, so like it just depends. A lot of times, believe it or not, so the way this works is in Kung Fu, like a lot of stuff, it's going to change the way it looks. Excuse me. It's going to change the way it looks depending on the size of the person doing it. So your knowledge base should be such that when you're teaching these things, you should be able to change the way you teach it and instruct it based on somebody's body type. So, like, for example, the way I do a kick is going to look quite a bit different than the way like a shorter person does a kick. Does that make sense? It'll just work differently. Yeah, like you position, yeah, things work differently. We can get into that, and that's the point, is those are the member streams. That's the knowledge base. Like it just starts down a path, and I'll start talking right now. That's the point, is I can't, because this is where I want to get the member streams. I want to give you guys that knowledge base. But we need to get the numbers up, guys. So I'm gonna keep making the martial arts shorts. That's coming. More in-depth ones, though. We're gonna do more techniques. Like there will be techniques, but I wanna put techniques and like more specific things, like I said, in the member streams. One thing I won't do is I won't give you guys like exact, like, oh, here's this technique. I won't give you guys like exact, like, here's this technique. I'm gonna put it in the stream, and then this is the name of it, this is what it was called, and this is exactly how we did it. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll give you some techniques here and there, but a lot of the techniques I'm going to give you, I probably won't give you like the exact name of what they were called or something like that, or I might just switch them a little bit, to fit a certain scenario, or what, based on what I'm talking about. Things change, based on the attacker and the situation. So like, we might be talking about, for example, 3 people rushing at you versus you running into a room and then suddenly there's 3 people there. There is a difference. There's a difference between you standing there, 3 people running at you straight on, and then you running into a room and 3 people are now surrounding you. There's a big difference between those 2 things and how you'll handle those situations. So things will change based on how you handle them. So anyway, yeah, I definitely want to give you guys more martial arts knowledge and do that content. But like I said, the medication is what is holding me back at the current point in time from doing anything with content with that. I do not feel 100% by any means. A lot of times I don't even want to stand up at the moment. I'm just like lethargic. I'm just sort of like, duh, So that's why I don't know about Metal Gear Solid today too. I have a list of things I need to get done today, and one of them was to look into the Twitch drop for the purple streak, right? That's what it's called, for the roadmap for Hitman. And then, basically I gotta just do a few things for myself, like just take, chores and stuff. Few things for myself I gotta take care of. So on top of not feeling the greatest, side effects and all that, I I don't want to get on Metal Gear Solid and then then totally blow that, just like I need to be able to think when I play that game, because um there are like, it is older, it's definitely an older game, and it's exactly as it was. It's not like the HD collection where they sort of smooth things out a bit. Yeah, it's definitely exactly as it was, and it's fine. That's fine, but there's definitely some thinking, some memory, and just some, you know, focus involved with that one. So I'll probably just hold off on that. And man, the funny thing is, I thought I was gonna struggle with that yesterday. I just relaxed and had fun. It was so easy. Now I'll admit the what was it, the Codename 47, right? Isn't that what it's called? I'll admit that I got a little impatient with that, but there were some weird things with that one. So anyway, moving forward, yeah, the martial arts videos, they're coming, like I said, and then we gotta talk about a couple of games that we've played recently that I may or may not go back to, such as Lords of the Fallen. So we're gonna do a stream where like we get caught up. I'll probably call it getting caught up. Like what's going on with this, and this, or something like that. We'll see. But I gotta get caught up on telling you guys what my opinion of Lords of the Fallen is, because I mean, I'm sure you guys have already made up your minds. But I've stated my opinion before. If they don't scale things and do this, and this, the whole game is out the window pretty much, because there's another laundry list of things that sort of kind of add up to, and it makes a really unpleasant experience. So we gotta talk about that a little bit, just a little bit. And oh yeah, GTA 4. I want to go back to that. We had a good time playing that, so we'll go back to playing that. We'll finish that up sometime soon. We are going to do something. We're gonna do something for like Halloween. You guys like a lot of you guys like the horror genre, so we're gonna definitely play like something. I just don't know what we're gonna do yet. Um, I gotta get a drink. Let me get a drink and I'll keep talking. How's that sound? Yeah, let me go and I'll get my drink and then we'll keep talking. For sure. Give me a sec here. guys. I'm sorry. Just took me a minute to get the fries and everything. Oh man, these things. Oh my god. It was only $2 for all this. That's the one I bit off of, by the way. It was $2 for all this. It's pretty good. I mean, they're not the best fries I've ever had, but they're actually not bad. I like fries like this because there's like a whole freaking potato in there. All right, let's head back. And we'll talk. Oh, I got apple juice. Yeah, I got apple juice. I got my Tropicana. Oh, that's so much better. Sorry guys, this is a pretty busy parking lot. I just want to pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay. What's up? So we got apple juice now. Let's talk about you know, now I actually have something to drink. So let's what was I talking about? I know I mentioned a bunch of things. Well, obviously we already talked about the member videos that I want to do, you know, the kind of content I want to do there. I know it's hard to, if you haven't done a system like mine, it's sort of hard to tell you in a way that makes sense without, you know, just saying this or this. I guess I can understand people not understanding the terminology and stuff. So that's why also I want to break down certain things in member streams too, and just talk about the way I talk about things and terms and stuff. Oh, very good. But like I said, when we get to the member streams where we're doing like, where I'm giving you guys more martial arts knowledge, and maybe I'll even do, I'll hire somebody to you know, come onto a stream with me for, you know, like a little bit, and you know, that way if anybody has any questions, you know, how do I get out of this, or how, you know, like somebody attacked me, you know, like how do I do this? I can have that person just do that for you, and then literally just give you a you know, an escape or a defense move maneuver to use based on, you know, like your body type, based, you know, the best thing for you. I would love to do stuff like that. And like I said, I want to do martial arts videos, but just the person that said they would do it with me is literally not responding to messages every time I ask them about it. They respond to other messages. Yeah, but like I'll ask them about that, then they start ghosting me and stop responding. So it's like, clearly you didn't want to do this, and instead of just admitting you didn't want to do it, you said you did and lied. Like, I just don't get why people have to be like that. They can just be honest about certain things. Just say you don't want to do it. I'd really rather not do that. Okay, that's fine. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I'll find somebody else. It's not like a big deal. Like, I just wish people would be honest, that's all. Yeah, like, they don't have to do that. I'll find somebody else. So anyway. At a certain point, I will do that for you guys. I will find, you know, an attacker to you know, basically just give you guys some videos. That way you can actually see things on an attacker, just me doing them on a bag. But you know, you can still get a lot of, you know, like, for those who, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think it was just the 5G. Yeah, every time I have 5G full service, it just cuts out. I can't handle that. People also can't handle driving the speed limit. Yeah, they really can't. People love to tailgate you when you're driving the speed limit. Yeah, see? You're just like beeping at me. Just because I was driving the speed limit. You heard that, right? So basically what happened there was this lady was behind me, and she was really mad that I was going 35 and a 35. You know what? I'm gonna prove this to you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna prove this. Yeah, because this is how people are around here. She like was laying on her horn and everything. I was driving the speed limit. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm gonna prove this. People just don't drive the speed limit. They think it's too slow, or, you know, like, whatever. This is a real problem. And like that's like what we just saw there, like, that's a potential road rage situation. Like, if I didn't have like patience or something like that, and then someone just laid on their horn after like going past me, it's the sort of thing where, like, this is very triggering to people. And, like, seriously, if I had no control, it's the sort of thing where, like, you know, if somebody else decided they wanted to just turn right around and go after that person, they would. And I've had this happen. Yeah, I've had this happen where I did not do anything. It was the sort of thing where this person just kept speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. So, like, they were like trying to get me to respond in a certain way. And so what happened was, you know, like, basically, well, one of the times it happened, that's what they were doing. They're just speeding up slow. So, like, I kept having to slow down too, and it takes me time to slow down. So then they kept, like, slamming their brakes. Like, they were just obviously playing games with their vehicle, and it was just so weird. And I just stopped. I was just like, okay, like, can we drive now? Another time, basically, I was in a school zone, and this guy in a pickup truck in a school zone, and we're not talking about a school zone speed limit, we're talking about a speed limit. The speed limit in this school zone is 25. A school zone speed limit's 15. Anybody that took their driver's test knows that. So, since the speed limit's 20, it doesn't say school zone speed limit 20, it just says 25. You go 25. All right, so one thing I wanted to show you guys is right now I'm going 35. Can you see around us and stuff? It's not really that fast. Yeah, people just get impatient. And so, like, that's just it, is like, it's very triggering to somebody for some reason to not be able to just drive as fast as they can down the road. And so just because I'm going the speed limit, she's swerving around and stuff like that. And so it's just, you know, like, she waits for me to turn and then lays on her horn, because then I can't, you know, because then I won't, like, stay in front of her, you know. She actually, because she's the type of person that would do that, she thinks I might do that. That's why you have to think about this like that. Because she's the type of person that might do that. Does that make sense? So therefore, I might do that. So therefore, that's why she waited to the last second. She laid on her horn. Okay? The funny thing was, once again, the speed limit here is 35. There's nothing wrong with what I was doing. It wasn't speeding up, slowing, it was just going 35. The reason why people are so triggered is back here it's 45. Right here it goes down to 35. Now watch this guy. It's literally every car every day. It's every single one. 35. Because people can't handle the fact that they were driving 45 and they now must slow down to somebody going 35. See how he already swerved to the side? Insane. Yeah. Like, this is just, it's hilarious that folks just have a problem with this. I mean, they just genuinely have an issue with being calm and just driving on the street. I'm going 35 right now. I'm not wavering my speed at all. Now, he's pretty close. But at this point, he has backed off a little bit. He's not doing too bad. Other guy. I wish you guys had seen that. It cut out a little bit. Yeah. He's doing all right. Yeah. That other guy, though, he was very triggered. Yeah. And it was because I took a while to turn, too. So what? Yeah. Sometimes you just have to be patient. Slow down. Let the person turn. Oh, now you can go. Yeah, she can go flying down the road now. Yep. And get pulled over. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. That's just it. Is like they can't be patient when other people. It's like she's just gonna get behind somebody else. And now look at this. We got all these Amish kids getting off school and stuff. Imagine that. Imagine she did that. When all these Amish kids and stuff were walking home from, isn't that messed up? That's the point, guys. That's the point. Yeah, Amish don't like being on. We don't do that. Amish don't like that. Guys, if you come to Pennsylvania, please be respectful of Amish. Don't yell things at them. Don't take pictures of them. Like, just be respectful. They are very private people. Please respect that. They're really nice, good people. Yeah, if you need like help with something, they'll help you out for sure. Yeah, they're really nice people. You can talk to them, ask them things, ask them for directions. They know the area very well. They're really nice people. Just be respectful. That's all. You know, I just see all these people just because they're Amish are so different. They want to like take pictures of them. They want to yell at them out the window, and it's like, see, I knew people that were kind of like that too, and it's like you got to realize if you were also Amish, that would get to you. Yeah, it would get to you. If you walk everywhere, you don't drive. Rely on the people that do drive too, because they're taking cars and stuff now. Yeah, I just think it's I just think it's really kind of mean the way people treat them sometimes. That's just how I feel. And because it's like they don't, all they do is farm and don't bother anything. If anything, they contribute more to our ecosystem than a lot of people do. Now, I mean, there's obviously the downside to farming. Cows cause methane, which affects things, but it's not what people think. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what 35. I'm going 25 right now. So like, yeah, like here it's 35 actually. So I am going under here, but like it's, who cares? You know, just, I really don't understand people anymore. So because they didn't allow enough time to get to their destination, you know, like that's how people are now. Yeah, it's the sort of thing where like, if you're going a certain speed, you know, and you come up to somebody and then they're going a little bit slower, well then you just slow down and match the speed. You wouldn't like try to pressure them to drive faster. That's very wrong. Don't do that. That's just the basic gist of it. That's how I feel. That's all. I wanted to get into my spot before I started talking again because I didn't want to like forget about the stuff that I was talking about. I wanted to get like, just, you know, get more detailed. All right. Let's get into my spot. No, that's not it. That's not the spot. That's not how we do that. You know, I used to do this like immediately. Now watch this. If I use, now here's the problem. Here's the problem with these backup cams, right? People use them to back up, and that's not what they're for. So that's why I just used it to back up, and you see how now I'm pulling out again? Yeah, it doesn't work. You gotta look. It's not what they're for. And that's why people suck at backing up anymore. They just get lazy. They won't look. Yeah, you can't use your backup cam. It's not what it's for. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull right in now. Yeah, look at that. Imagine that. Yeah, I'm just right in my, yeah, I just pulled right in. Yeah, exactly the way I should have. That's the problem, guys. You can't use the backup camera to back up. It's not for that. It's for straightening out. That's what it's for. It's not for freaking staring at a camera while you back up. Please stop doing this. I see all these people like they're in a parking lot, and I'm like waiting for them to park, and then there's like a line of like 4 people doing this, and they suck at parking to begin with, and now all they're doing is staring at a camera, like trying to readjust, when really their problem is they don't know where the edges of their car are because they're not looking behind them. Oh jeez, it's so obvious. So guys, come on, it's not what it's for. So, we're gonna do you know, we're gonna do like a horror stream or something like that for Halloween. That's what I was talking about. Yep, we're gonna do a horror stream or something like that for Halloween. Guys, if you didn't check it out, we did the Hitman 3 roadmap. We started that yesterday, and I have to look into that purple streak and stuff like that. The way that works is you have to link your account to Twitch. So you want to link your IOI account to Twitch, and then watch an hour of somebody else playing the game who was also linked to Twitch. I believe that's how that works. And then that's the Twitch drop. I'm not a fan, really, of how that works. It seems a little strange. It's supposed to be, I guess, a mutually beneficial thing, but that the thing, Twitch is benefiting from that. So like that's the thing where it's like it feels like it should benefit the content creator a little bit more. Does that make sense? I feel like the fact that I guess it makes sense if the content creator has to have their account link. I guess it kind of makes sense, but I just feel like forcing the content creator to do that's like, I don't know, I just, maybe they're trying the game. Maybe they're just trying the game, they're a content creator. And then they have a whole bunch of people following them. And then maybe like somebody's like, "Oh great, somebody's playing this game," and they start watching for an hour. And they have their account linked, and they're like, "Great, now I can get my Twitch drop." And then they leave the content creator's page, and they find out that they didn't get their Twitch drop because that content creator didn't link their account, just because they were just like one of the first times they were playing it. And then now they maybe like blame the content creator or something like that. I don't know. It's a weird, just a weird thing. It's just weird. We did drops in Hearthstone for the longest time. And that's how they work. But the thing with Hearthstone though is it worked really well because with Hearthstone drops, all you'd have to do is watch the tournaments and you get like a pack. Well, it was like X amount of hours. And then drops for so many hours, and like you could only get like one for so many week or so, like once a week or two a week or something like that. I don't know. There's obviously a cap to it. You couldn't just like keep doing it. Um, but like it felt like they felt better because it was more like it wasn't the content creator. It was more like you were watching Hearthstone's page and stuff like that. So I feel like they could just do better with that. I don't know. I gotta look into it. Maybe it's easier than I'm making it. That's all. So, like I said, I don't know if we're getting into Metal Gear today just because of the way I'm feeling. I know I probably look fine because honestly, I feel a lot better than I have for a while because it's managing some other things that have been bothering me. So I'm sure, like, my color is better and stuff like that. That stuff's gonna start to come back because I have kind of been feeling bad for a while, and just been ignoring a lot of the symptoms. Because like I just felt like I said in the stream yesterday for those watched, I just felt like I needed to go to the doctor. Like there's enough building up. I did need to go, but I do try not to ask for help because it's $150 for me to go to the doctor. So, because I don't have insurance. So, and that's not easy. Yeah, that's definitely not easy. It shouldn't be that way. All right, so I'm trying to decide what I feel like doing for the next martial arts short. I'm just trying to decide what I feel like doing. I like kicking is like the sort of thing where like that's I could do shorts on that all day, all the live long day. So like, I'm not gonna just sit here and pump those out. I feel like that's a little cheap. Yeah, I feel like that's just easy. So I don't know. I want to do that stuff for sure, but I feel like it's just easy to do. So like, why would I do that? Like every time. I'm just trying to be like creative with it. The problem is shorts are giving me an issue. So apparently, even as I was thinking about like the martial arts and how I do it, I need to have it horizontal a lot of times because I'm moving around. When you do martial arts, you're forcing a person back, or you're defending yourself, so you're moving. And it's all footwork, like if you're not moving, you're not doing it right. So anyway, I can't. You should be able to do a short horizontally, but I can't. I uploaded that staff video that was supposed to be a short. It's less than a minute, is it not? Yeah. So like it just didn't work. And you don't have to do anything special for shorts. You just upload them, and they have to be less than a minute. That's it. And supposedly you can do horizontal shorts, and it just didn't do it. It's just listed under my videos. So shorts really do not, you can't do those horizontal. You just can't. They claim that you can, but you can't. And if you can, YouTube is really, really, really bad at putting those options in there for you to do that. Because when I go live, I even know where the option is to switch the vertical and horizontal. So, like it's as simple as me just uploading the video and their thing is detecting it incorrectly and not knowing it's less than a minute, and that goes under shorts. That's as simple as that. So I have to figure out how I'm going to get around this, because this is an issue for sure. Basically, I can only monetize shorts then that are vertical. Yeah, like I will only get them showing up on the shorts thing if it's vertical. So this is a problem for sure for somebody who's a martial artist, especially one with long legs that moves like freaking crazy. Like that's the point, is I will come at you and traverse much faster and a much greater distance than you can appreciate. I am a distance fighter, and I will often, it's the sort of thing where people really do underestimate the amount of distance I can cover in less than a second and just be on top of them. People really do underestimate that. So I definitely want to obviously make sure I'm doing martial arts with footwork and doing that. I just don't know how to get around that whole short thing not working. So the question is, what do I do with vertical only? And I'm just trying to be creative. It's really hard to just sort of stand in one spot and do martial arts, because it's, like I said, it's not how it works. It's really not. So like when you do it, it just looks cheesy. Yeah, because I'm just doing a technique. I'm not adding the footwork to it. So that's actually part of the problem. Like if I do a kick or something, there's times where I'm like literally trying to stand a certain way, actually, just because I need to stay on the frame. My body's so long. No lie, like it's so annoying. So at the same time, if I do it like from further away, it's too zoomed out. Yeah, like you can't say anything. So anyway, I'm just trying to get these to a certain point where it's the sort of thing where I can actually do the footwork with the movement I'm trying to do. But like I said, the horizontal literally just never works. I don't know why. Fries. So I might hop on something, because you guys seem to like updates and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to get on here and level with you guys about what to expect as far as member content and stuff. You know, it's the sort of thing where that's why, you know, it's like I want to start doing all of this now, get back into basically fighting shape again. And then I'm good. It's the sort of thing where like the only like it's literally just the people are not used to seeing a really thin guy do martial arts, and it's the sort of thing where I always even look thin. The funny thing is though, like even when I was like doing it a lot, I still looked thin, even though I kind of really wasn't. It just looked that way. It's because I'm tall. So I'm like really tall. So it's like it's a lankiness thing. It's just the way you look, you know. Um my my favorite one of my favorite animals is tiger, and that's what I'm trying to revisit at the moment, because um a lot of what we do in kung fu is centered around that. A lot of it. Um, that's definitely a effective, very effective animal for using in any fighting situation. Very effective. Teaches you a lot, and that's pretty much that. Tiger is pretty much when I learned a lot more about how to take down a larger opponent than me, and that's why is you know, that's why it's so difficult. Is like just the training required to do that's pretty insane. Well, it's the sort of thing where when somebody has leverage on you and is stronger and stuff, well then you have to match that with speed and technique. Does that make sense? So it's necessary to have those things better than that person, then, and then to surprise that person with that, you know, to keep that hidden until you can execute it, because that's the point. Is now this is the stuff we'll talk about too in member streams, you know, strategy fighting is. But you know, if you sit there and project what you're going to do and show that person what type of fighter you are, all they'll do is stand back and watch you fight the whole time. The better fighter will stand there and watch you for like the first half of the match, for first half of the thing, and then the whole second half they know everything about what you're going to do. So all they're going to do is now just set you up, and you're going to fall for everything single setup, because you have no idea how they fight, but they know everything about your fighting, because you just spent the entire freaking time showing them, just trying to throw all your best shit, and just nope. So you really honestly, like, yeah, the best fighters really won't show you. I certainly won't. A lot of times that's why I'll actually demonstrate something kind of like a little lazy. I call it lazy. I don't, because I don't need to. I'm comfortable with my fighting style, my fighting technique, my speed and execution, to the point that I would just do it if I needed to. It would just happen. And so, you know, most of the time I do something a certain way, everyone that ever sees it always thinks that that's your speed or that's your skill, or, you know, and it flat out, it works. It's so funny. Yeah. So the ones that would get this, they'd get it. They'd be like, okay, yeah, this guy, he knows, he understands. He understands how strategy works. It's the sort of thing where it's you know, you don't show anybody anything until it's this, you trust them. Why would you do that? You know? And then because the, you know, that's there's just ill intent there. Yeah, because people, that's what they want. They want to learn it because they want to like beat everyone up and be the best fighter in UFC or this or it's like that's not I never wanted that. I never wanted to be that guy that puts his hands up in the air because he's excited that he knocked some dude out. Like what? That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like so backwards on the evolutionary totem pole. It's not even funny. Like I literally watch things like that and just they look so caveman to me. It's like if I want to if I want to watch or do caveman stuff, I'll play music and listen to metal. It just I don't know. I can do sparring and friendly sparring and full contact and stuff and learn to fight just fine doing it that way. I don't need to prove anything to anybody by selling tickets and getting trophies and belts and stuff like that. So I just never did it. And that's where it's like a lot of the guys that did, they would immediately be judgmental. Immediately. Until they sparred me. Then they literally disappeared. I never see them again because they're embarrassed. That's what it was. They're just really embarrassed. One of the guys that was like really adamant that he was like gonna be the best, blah 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 blah. This guy fell the hardest, and he looked the dumbest out of all of them. I respect the guy. I respect the guy who like was like bigger, and then I showed him. He was like, "Nope, you told me, and I didn't listen." I respect that guy. What I don't respect is the guy who came into my school at one time because he was an MMA fighter that wanted to train in UFC. And he was literally, it was obvious he had scoped out to learn when we were sparring because I don't let people just spar. So he came in for a sparring class for his free trial. And I told him, I said, well, I don't typically let you do the free trial for sparring. I would prefer you come back, It was something like that. I told him I would just prefer he came back, another time when we weren't sparring. Or maybe just watch, and we could have him work techniques with somebody after sparring or something like that. Because he showed up right when we were getting gear on and stuff. Like, it was obvious he knew when to come in. And he was very adamant. He said, well, no, I really want to learn this, and I'm okay with sparring. And so I sparred him. I was like, okay, this is fine. Well, I'll spar with you, and we can just I'll just tune it down a little bit. Let's maybe go like 40% speed power, that sort of thing. Let's not like go crazy, and then we can go from there. And that's the point, is I need to know that if this guy has fighting experience, he's going to understand what 40% speed and power is when I'm sparring him. But like, we bow in and it's like I showed him how to bow and stuff and then tap gloves and all that. And the very moment that I start the sparring match, the dude tries to run at me full speed and spear me. It's like, what? So he just runs at me full speed and tries to spear me. And I just like literally just lift my knee and like hit him in his chin. And he just falls over. And I'm like, he's obviously dazed. Like, he just ran full speed into my knee with his chin. And he's obviously dazed. And I'm like, are you okay? Like, he's like, I'm good. I'm fine. He's like irritated. And he just runs at me again. So like, because he ran at me again as I was talking and he was talking, he was irritated. It was the sort of thing where he intentionally was trying to catch me off guard while I was talking to him. So yeah, like he speared me, and so I started going down, and I'm like, okay, if you're gonna actually do this after I said 40% and then I just need you in the face, I'm done. So as we go down and he's spearing me, I literally just I take my thumb and just jam it up into his neck. I'm not gonna tell you how it's done. I'm not gonna show you it. I'm not gonna show you how. I'm just gonna tell you it's an eagle claw and it hurts. And yeah, anybody that's watching that knows kung fu and martial arts and the way we taught it and stuff would immediately understand what that means. It just went right up into his throat, and he immediately just crumbled, let go, and it was just, it was a joke. So basically that's the point, is like, this guy really thought he was going to come in, just go full tilt, full speed, and just match the technique that way. Yeah, no matter my knowledge or technique, he's just gonna try to be faster. And no, it's just stupidity. It's just stupid. It's just a guy swinging his fists and throwing a tantrum. There's no martial arts in that. That's the dangerous part of fighting competitively. Like, these guys have an ego, and then they carry it around with them. So now, like, I don't know, maybe this guy, like, they went on to another school and went there and learned from somebody else and stuff like that. I'm sure he probably did, but the point is that, like, he was so embarrassed he didn't even come back. So, like, it's like, well, you would think that you would want to learn from me, since I was able to so easily handle that. You would think he would want that knowledge and think that's cool. I would. So, and that's the sort of thing, is like, anybody that knew what they were looking at and understood the value in it, respected it, and basically thanked me for having that knowledge, and trying to give it to them properly and respectfully. And you know that's all there is to it. So I just that's basically the gist of why I never really wanted to get into like competitive fight. Like, it just really doesn't make any sense to me to compete over who can beat who up, stuff like that. You learn a lot from fighting other people, especially people that do other styles and stuff like that. But there's nothing wrong with getting together with somebody to spar them, like mutual exchange of knowledge, like just being friendly. It is so opposite of what martial arts should be for, to think that we want to show off, take off our shirts, wear giant gloves, just so that then when we make contact, we're not actually testing whether this does physical damage. Which, by the way, some of the power that those guys have, if they used actual, like, their bones, like skin on skin, I mean, it would just tear flesh like nothing. So you have to realize that this stuff's dangerous. And especially like the example of Mike Tyson, where he just bit the guy's ear off because he just could not take the fact that he was going to lose. Yeah, it's like one of the greatest of all time. So yeah, that was what he admitted it too, right? Didn't he admit it? He admitted that was all ego, like he shouldn't have done it. And then they both laughed about it afterward. Yeah, like the dude's missing an ear, but he could laugh about it. I don't know. I just think there's something fundamentally wrong with that. It's what a shame. Now, good for him. I mean, he wouldn't be where he is today, obviously, without boxing and stuff like that. So, if you guys want to do that, hey, that's great. I'm fine with it. It's just not for me. I never really wanted to get into it, and I'll respect it. If you guys want to do that too, and I respect boxing, by the way. Yeah, I have a much higher respect for boxing as a sport martial art than I do just about anything else. Just so that we're clear. Yeah, but boxing. I mean, a lot of those guys, they really do put a lot of effort into what they do. Now it is still just them learning to punch really good, dodge really good, and take a hit really good. That is what they're learning. And that is still only a very small portion of Kung Fu. Just saying. But if they're very good at all of those things, yeah, you can be a really good fighter for sure. So yeah, like there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just not. I don't like I said, I don't like the idea of competing to fight somebody for a trophy to prove, like that doesn't. I just don't get that. So yeah, like it's fun to spar and stuff like that for sure. Yeah, for sure. It's fun to do that stuff, but like not. I don't think it's very fun to, especially if I win. Actually, honestly, a lot of time, like it was the sort of thing where like when I did, we did point sparring just to because there was a lot of people that wanted to compete and stuff, and then anybody that wanted to compete, I always told them, well, I'll help you do it, I'll help you practice for it, but I'm not going to do it myself. So like I would help them learn to do point sparring. So I just never really taught that way because it's point sparring is bad for learning to teach someone self-defense. So I always, for self-defense, made sure people learn continuous full contact. For purposes of self-defense, you need it. But yeah, for purposes of training competitive, like just competition, I did, obviously did some point sparring with people and stuff like that. And for sure, I definitely, even when I did it when I was just learning and I was just a student, I definitely preferred the idea that I was, like anytime I won against like a student that was like lower than me or something, I always sort of kind of felt bad and felt a certain way about that and didn't like how I felt the whole rest of the class, if that makes sense. And I don't know, it was more like I was more concerned about how they felt. It made me feel like they were probably feeling like crap. And then they have to stay in a class with me and stuff. I don't know. It was something about that. I much preferred losing that. And then I had something to learn. I would always just be like, well, how do I do this? And then like I'm thinking about how I did it wrong. And then, all right, next time I'm going to do this. I always just preferred that because that way I'm learning something from it. I flat out there's a lot you don't learn from competing. A lot of what you learn from competing is just how to build an ego. And that's not what I wanted to do. I think some people would agree with me too that like it's the sort of thing where you don't think that's what it is, and then you go and try to do it, and you realize, yeah, this really is all ego, isn't it? Wow, I can't believe these guys actually do this. I didn't think it was that way either, and then I was, since I was a black sash, and I was at this one competition with my student. They asked me if I wanted to be a judge on the panel, and I did. I was like, okay, sure, yeah, I'll help you out. And is disappointing. Basically, every single judge awarded points to their student. Like the whole thing is just ridiculous. And anybody that thinks that karate and world tongue sudo associations and dumb stuff like that isn't a scam, you should probably reassess what you're spending your money on. Yeah, if you're actually spending your money on that, just reassess it, because you're paying for you. Like I guarantee you, if you go to like something like that, you're paying for testing. You're paying for them to randomly charge you for testing just to do it as a separate. I used to test students in class, just in class. Yeah, I'd have the other students like work other stuff and like do things, and then test the student in class. There's not like some separate thing you pay for. That's absurd. It should be part of the whole thing. There's no hidden fees. Yeah, maybe you buy your own like gear and stuff like that. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, like I would require people to buy their own uniforms and stuff. Like that makes sense, I think. But no hidden fees. Like you're not gonna pay me to test your kid or you for a sash. You're not gonna pay me to test you for like I'm not gonna ask you for money for a test when it's time for you to test. I say that, or I ask you if you feel you're ready, and that's just it's not some game. And that's the way it seemed the whole time I was there. These guys were just completely full of themselves. Yeah, like they just lied half the time. Like there was several times where um it was literally just a clash. Two people hit each other, and then they stopped it, and they just awarded a point to like their guy, and it was a clash. It was literally like same time, and it's like that's how most point sparring is. Most people really, really do throw punch, like or punch kick. Like it's just because it doesn't teach much. It's like there's no fights that actually happen that way, except from a very skilled person and unskilled person. Hit floor. And that's not how you obtain that skill. Not from point sparring. So that's why I didn't really compete and stuff. I took when I was younger, I took Tong Sudo. Yeah, I started with karate. I learned all those stupid INT forms and stuff. We're just stupid. They don't. They teach you incorrectly. There's several martial arts out there in America that teach you martial arts incorrectly, which will injure you as you do it. There's that they taught me to slam my joints out when I would throw punches and stuff, like to lock my joints. Do you realize if you did that, you could sue him for like you basically just say he was telling you telling you to like injure yourself. Like come on. Like I would never do that. Like anytime somebody even came into my class that was overweight or something like that, they're not doing the same things as pretty like yeah, they're doing the warm-ups with us because that's the point. That's what makes everybody feel unified and welcome. We all do the warm-ups together. We start running, we get the blood flowing, then we do some kicks, we do some drills, we have fun together as a class. We run around, we get paired up into groups, we do blocking drills, we do all kinds of stuff. We have fun. That's the first part of the class, you have fun, you have a good time. But then you really do need to understand that you need to eventually get to a certain point where you have to realize that everybody learns differently, and if you're not separating those folks that want to do this and want to do that, you're trying to force like let's say an overweight person to do something very bad for them. Like let's say you were trying to have an overweight person do grappling and you start having them do like break falls and stuff like that. It's actually not necessarily the best. They can do them, but you really do have to be careful because it can cause a shifting of the spine and stuff like that. So if they're overweight and throw themselves on the ground, yeah, you gotta like tell them this is gonna happen. You have to warn them. You're gonna be hurting. Like you better do yoga or something. Like I'm telling you, if you want to do this training, like just weighing you weigh twice what a normal person weighs. I'm just leveling with you. We might want to lose some weight first, before we get into that. Or they'll just be like, no, I want to do it. And I'll be like, okay. If knowing that you want to do it, okay, fine. I warned you. But these classes that like I just don't get it. I don't get that's just it. This G instructor really is not very knowledgeable a lot of times. So that's what it comes down to. I remember the guy I learned karate from. He was such a jerk that he was such a jerk that when this guy that was like getting his like upper belt was going up through, he would have the belts spar him in front of the class for some reason. I don't know, it was really weird. But then he always would have to strike them down. I don't get that. That was so weird. You know, almost like he could prove that he could still take them, you know, and then like I guess he hit him. Like he actually did make contact with him. And I guess he was so embarrassed, he literally just like punched him in the nose and then and then he like he told him to kneel down and he ripped his patches off. I was like, that is the most sadistic, weird freaking like I wanted to leave. Yeah, I left that place. And then like I only found out about it because I was in the back changing. I was like I was probably 11. I was in the back like changing, and like first of all, there it was like concrete and there's like disgusting. The air you changed in a bathroom, and I was changing, and then he comes back, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" Like his nose was bleeding and everything, and I was like, "What's wrong?" He's like holding his nose like over this thing, and he was like, he was like, "Nothing, it's okay." He wouldn't even say anything. He was like, "Nothing." And I'm like, well, what happened to your patches? He said, and that's when he told me. He was like, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was like, this guy, the instructor, he said his name, but he was like, he ripped them off. I was terrified. Yeah, like I told my parents, I was like, oh, I don't want to go back here. Let's go to somewhere else. And then yeah, like I started going somewhere else. That's when I decided I want to learn kung fu anyway, because I was a lot better than they would want to show me, and like some of the other people would like want to show me like other kicks and stuff, and then he would want to hold me back. He'd be like, no, don't show him that, he's not at that level yet. And then they're like, well, why? He can clearly do the other stuff fine, why can't we just and he was like, no, if he's not that belt, he can't do it. It just he was holding people back. And so yeah, I needed to go do kung fu, and I did. I was really glad that I did, because that was not teaching me anything. Except that I would be like awesome and super the best at everything just because I learned karate. And until that rude awakening when I got into a fight, it wouldn't work, right? Yeah. That stuff would not, no. That was the problem. Like, I didn't feel confident with it. You know, I would have people pushing me around at school and stuff. The karate, I literally didn't understand even how to use it. Someone would shove me and I'd try to kick them and I just fall over because I got shoved. That's what karate teaches you. Oh, throw a kick. If I don't know how to get in on the person to throw the kick, why am I just throwing a kick? That's the point. They didn't ever teach you that stuff until black. That's the point. A lot of their instructors didn't even understand it. Like, that's the top level of understanding, how to get in on somebody to properly throw punch kick. That's the top level understanding of a lot of these karate places. Yeah. And then they're like, Oh yeah, I'm black. You get to learn tiger. And then they'll like go like this. That's tiger. You do this. That's a tiger claw. There you go. Black belt. And it'll be like the same stupid INT form you've been doing the entire system, but replace the punches with tiger claws. So cheap. So lame. So stupid. So made up. So false. So fat guy sitting on an armchair eating too much ice cream and wants to be a martial artist. I just, it was bad. So I have stuff to do today. Yeah, I got stuff to do today. I thought maybe I would just walk around with you guys. I honestly need a drink, though. I finished my drink really quick. Probably shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I need a drink now. Again. I was gonna take a walk with you guys. I could probably get like one more drink. So I have like 4 ones, I think. 4, 1, 2. Yeah. So I could probably get a drink. I have like no money ever. I have. Wait, oh, hold on. There's one here. Hold on. Ah, man. I have $7. I'm rich. I have $7. Guys, I'm rich. I have $7. Oh my god, I have $7. I want my $2. Like a loud snap when I freaking started the car. That was really weird. I mean, it wasn't the car. It was just like, I'm not really even sure what it was. Oh, I know what it was. I think my air vents were probably just like really stuck fast. It was probably them opening up, and they probably just went, you know. They're like maybe really stuck fast shut or something for some reason. So I need gas. I'm almost out. That's kind of annoying, right? Hopefully I don't run out. I'm just going right up the road here. I don't have anything to drink. And I am not somebody. I know you guys are like, this guy doesn't drink water ever. I can't do it. I've tried my whole life to sit and drink water. I am not somebody that can drink water, and here's why. The moment I drink the smallest quantity of water, right through me. Yeah, like, why would I even bother? Why would I even bother? Right through me. So I just, like, I'm not even joking you. 5, 10, 15 minutes, I've gone to the bathroom 3 times, and I didn't even, like, barely had to go. And like even the doctors are like, well, I mean, if you're doing okay with it, I wouldn't worry about it. You hear everybody say you're supposed to drink this much water. It's like, well, it's different for every person. Now, that's not to say I don't drink water. I do. I do drink water, but like you have to realize water is in things too. I also, just so you guys know, I explained this before, but I have a low blood sugar naturally. So like me and sitting and consuming like drinks with sugar in them is actually a good thing because I need the sugar. What wouldn't be good is if like I'm constantly sitting idle and drinking lots of energy drinks, which I'll admit that I need to stop doing a lot more of. And I have. Yep. When was the last? Do you guys remember the last time I had an energy drink on stream? Whenever that was the last energy drink I had, I think, because I haven't had an energy drink since the last time I had one in front of you on stream. So whenever that was, so like I don't even remember now. Maybe like a few days. It's been a few days, I think. I know it's been a few days. I just don't know which day it was. That's why I say I don't remember. Because I just don't know which day it was. I just know it's been a few days. So that's good. Yeah, usually I need some sort of caffeine pick-me-up. Now, I'll be honest, I'm probably gonna do that now. But I'm gonna get one of the ones that isn't like loaded with. So there are so many options these days for energy drinks. And there are, believe it or not, healthy options for energy drinks. There are energy drinks that do it right. Doesn't mean that energy drinks are healthy. That is a falsehood. There are healthier energy drinks. So that's why I say like energy drinks themselves, to say they're healthy is just wrong. But there are better ones to drink. Like I like the ones that do things with electrolytes, where they're caffeinating you more naturally. So there is caffeine content usually, but it's usually not very much. And then they do such a good job with the potassium levels and stuff like that in there, because potassium is one of those natural one of those ones that naturally gives you energy. That's really what it's about, is getting the natural electrolytes in those things. Well, getting getting the nutrients in them to replace the body's electrolytes. My bad. And that's what potassium does. Potassium, if you guys ever watch like older football games, they actually used to have lots of bananas and stuff until Gatorade was like the thing. Gatorade then took over, and honestly, like there's really not many in that. Some of these other energy drinks are actually formulated specifically for people that want to go out and run 10 miles every morning. That's what they're for. So like Prime Energy, stuff like that, where it's really light and it's sort of like Gatorade or Powerade, and they're more using those natural electrolytes to get energy to you instead of with chemicals. That's what you want. Yeah, you want as organic as possible. That's what it comes down to. There's nothing wrong like with needing, like especially for those of us who have like those low resting heart rates and stuff like that. Like if that's something that you want to like try to get it back up, all right, fine, drink your coffee or something like that, but just try to balance that. Like I said, hot tea has caffeine in it. You can drink that too. And as I said, the other stream, I know that came down, but one of the things about getting healthier too is, and helping out, like open the throat and dilate things and stuff like that, is hot tea, and that's something I need to do more of. That's something I used to do more of. There's a lot of cleansing and benefits to drinking herbal tea. They cause a detox to the body and stuff like that with certain things. But also at the same time, if you're doing that instead of just coffee all the time, you're not putting all that crap in your intestines. Coffee's not great for the intestinal tract. So just realize that whatever you eat, whatever you drink, eventually then causes an issue for this or this or this system in your body, and learn that. I think that people in general and like Americans especially need to get better at identifying what food groups exactly and what fluids exactly affect over time what system in the body. Because if you're ever going to learn to look at this, like I can't even park here. If you're ever going to learn to properly balance and diet correctly, what you need to do is understand that the food that you're eating, you can't just eat that all the time. You have to balance it. You have to switch it up, and it comes down more to that. Healthier people, you see these healthy people, and it's like they're the guys that, it's like, how are you healthy when, you eat all this and this and this and you do this and this and this? Well, really, it comes down to the fact that there's not a secret or something like that. It's just that these people balance what they eat. They eat a little bit of this, they eat a little bit of that, they drink a little bit of this, they drink a little bit of that. And they don't ever gorge too much on any one thing, and that's the point. That's the problem. And America was making a lot of processed food for a long time. It was literally just corn. And that was a huge problem until all of a sudden we started seeing all these like documentaries that were pointing out that everybody's making processed food with corn. And then the government stepped in. Yep. So thankfully, and you can go look that up at what president's administration thankfully fixed that. I won't say it, but you can go ahead and look all that up for yourself and find out, who actually did fix the health crisis in this country, as far as, converting things that we had that were processed: corn, ketchup, chicken nuggets, Kool-Aid. Yeah, like things you'd never even think of. Crazy, right? I'll bet people wouldn't even realize stuff like that. That a lot of that stuff's just corn. Yeah. Now it's not anymore. They had to fix it, but they were getting to the point where there's just everything we were consuming was just corn, and we thought it was tomato ketchup, or something like that. Messed up, right? And so, like, a lot of about health is just knowledge, just being smart about stuff. And I definitely want to give that to you guys and share that knowledge too, and also be accurate about it too. I also talked about how I like a good subscriber, a good good YouTuber that I'm subscribed to, is Dr. Mike. I get a lot of information from him and then share that. I don't just sort of jump to conclusions. A lot of my information I've learned from either him or my time in medical school. I actually did spend some time going to medical school. I got A's and B's in medical terminology 1 and 2, physiology and anatomy 1 and 2. That stuff was very easy for me. I just understood it. So it's not like I don't have the knowledge, guys. I can pass the stuff along. I'm not claiming to be an expert, but dietary things and detoxing is very, very, very easy stuff. One second. You guys should be sore. I'm seriously, I've been working out every day. I really have been. I'm so sore. I'm walking funny. I really am working out just like every day, all the time now. It's helping me remember what's important. It is. Anyway, this is what I wanted to talk about. I love this stuff, and I would love to, maybe eventually talk to the company, and maybe work with them. That would be fantastic. That we'll see, but it's the sort of thing where, when you look at this and it says hydration drink, you wouldn't think it's an energy drink, but it sort of is. And I really like this. So here we have, this is called Prime Hydration Drink. And it's not an energy drink, but it rejuvenates the electrolytes so that you have the appropriate amount. Does that make sense? If you don't have the appropriate amount of energy after drinking this, there's something else going on. What is he talking? What? Something about a dog throwing up on him. Anyway, this is all right. So one of the things that, like, when you look at an energy drink, like, the very first thing that you see is like carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, L-carcino, blah, 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 L, blah, 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 C, blah, 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 meta, flocka, stupid, blah, 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 blah. It's all literally just, like, man-made crap. And just chemicals that you're putting in your body. I need Trey Parker and Matt Stone to write me a dialogue for that. But like, it's literally just crap. It's just processed drugs in energy drinks a lot of times. And then when you look at this, very first two ingredients, filtered water is the first one. The second one is coconut water. They know what they're doing. Yeah, coconut water is one of those ones. I think it's really high in potassium, right? I think that's why. Yeah, I think that's why, because they know coconut water just has that naturally high energy level for people. Antioxidants is the big thing. So, like, you have your benefits here on the side. It's just going to show you right there. So 10% coconut water, 250 milligrams of the BCAAs, and those are your rejuvenating electrolytes that help you with gains. So this is actually something that's really good if you're going to the gym too. That's like, those are like a lot of times the boosters they have in like the muscle stuff, but like there's just like extra, just like tons of it. Citric acid. I don't know what D-potassium phosphate is, but that it does say potassium. Now, phosphate concerns me, but this is the sort of thing where we're looking at this, and that's like the third or fourth thing down. So that's not so bad. And I think that's actually just the natural. I feel like that's the coconut. I feel like that's like the natural active thing in coconut water. I could be wrong. I very well could be. But the trimagnesium citrate, that's the one that I typically do see. And that's like the only one. And then like a lot of the other stuff is further down. Now here's what's crazy. You do eventually start seeing what looks like chemicals, but then it has in parentheses what the actual vitamin is. So it actually tells you. Yeah, it actually tells you what the vitamin is, so that way you know. And then right down here at the bottom, the most important thing. See? And this stuff really does work. It really does hydrate me. It really gives me energy. I feel good. Oh man, it's really good too. Strawberry watermelon. This really, honestly, like, I'm not trying to like sell you on it or anything. It truthfully is very good. Prime was developed to fill the void where great taste meets function. I mean, I have to agree, to be honest. It's a good product. One of these too is typically cheaper than the other ones. Like they've gone with basic. Like, can you tell? Like, it's a pretty basic packaging. The reason for that is it's cheaper to manufacture, so therefore they sell it cheaper. You have to recognize. You have to like be smart and recognize what they've done with this. They've done it right. They've really, really tried to minimalize what they're doing with their products so they can produce a quality product at a fairly reasonable price. I appreciate that. Yeah, and like right there, it just says, bold thirst quenching flavors to help you refresh, replenish, and refuel. Prime is the perfect boost for every endeavor. We're confident you'll love it as much as we do. Yeah, honestly, I do. I love Humbly the Prime team. I actually do love this. Strawberry watermelon. It's actually really good. It kind of tastes like, it reminds me of like strawberry shortcake flavoring, but like if it were like actually like refreshing in sort of a way, the strawberry watermelon, so it's very similar to that. So like add watermelon to that. It's really good. Man, yeah. We got other flavors too. They got ice pop. They got this really cool green one. I forget, it's like atomic something, I think. Good stuff. They actually have energy drinks too that are in small cans like Red Bulls. So that would be something I would want to look into for an energy drink too. But like, truthfully, I this does give me energy, and it really does work. And it's 17 ounces. Yeah. Can you believe it? I can't. Oh, also for those people who care about this stuff, it's naturally flavored. It says right here, naturally flavored, and no artificial colors. So the coloring is literally the coloring. Yeah, they've colored this with like, like, I guess, whatever they naturally use. I know sometimes it really does come down to using fruit to color stuff, because that's what makes ink. Like berries and stuff like that. So like strawberries, absolutely, that's cool. I don't know about pink though. This is like definitely pink. But yeah, flat out no artificial colors. I like that, because some people have adverse reactions to like yellow number 5, I think it was, or something like that. And what was it, blue number 3? I don't remember what they are. So there are specific ones that are known to give certain people that have this and this reactions. You have like some rare, some rare thing about your anatomy that like somebody else doesn't. You take an artificial coloring into your system, it's like a toxin for some people. It's literally just the way their DNA is made. It just happens. Yeah, it's just congenital. It's usually just DNA. I'm really impressed by that drink. So that's what I want to talk about, guys. It's like, I need to drink more stuff like this that has the sugar in it too, because that's what I need. I need stuff with sugar in it. That's why I can't drink water. It just goes right through me. My body is like, I'm hypoglycemic, so I need the sugar. So my body would actually prefer something with a little bit of sugar, like even if I just drank flavored water, something like that. But I don't like flavored water. It doesn't taste very good. So my grandmother, she drank seltzered water. And she drank seltzer water. I think it was the same thing with her. She wanted carbonation. I like carbonation. I don't want, a lot of times I don't want it in an energy drink. I really don't. It's really weird. Because for me it is. I love the Monster Juice though. Those are good. They're not great for you though. Yeah, the Monster Juice would have you believe that it's good for you, but it's really not. It's really just as bad as Monsters, kind of. It might be a little bit better, but not really. If you're selling energy drinks constantly, like that's all you drink, go to the doctor immediately. Yeah, something's wrong. You're gonna have something wrong with you. Like, how long have you been doing this? Yeah, I would recommend just go to the doctor, get yourself checked. Either you have a low resting heart rate and it's kept it up, or you've given yourself like a bladder infection at this point. Because energy drinks, if you drink them constantly, it's too acidic for your system a lot of times, depending on the drink. Soda, they even had to cut back on soda. Like, if you research this stuff, you'll find out that companies had to cut back on acidity because just it was causing issues for pH levels in people. Literally, just you would drink something and it's just so acidic. Yeah, like your pH balance in your body is so important. Chemistry is so important. Like, you drink something that's acidic, I mean, you're just gonna give you an infection or something like that. You know, like, you can't just, your bladder can't handle that. So, I mean, it's unlikely, I guess, to give you like an infection right away. But like, if you're just pounding, like, let's say you're drinking that green Monster energy drink, that one's pretty acidic, and you're just drinking that every day for like weeks. I know people that do that. So bad for you. Just don't do that. Rockstar 2. Rockstar, like that base Rockstar one, that's so acidic. Like, that base one is just like so acidic. And so yeah, like, you just got to be careful. The base Rockstar. I do like Rockstar energy drinks for the most part, but like, that's the type of stuff, like the stuff that's carbonated, all that stuff, that's literally just high fructose corn syrup. It's so bad. It's so bad. So like, I really do need to stop doing that. Those especially. I'm not seeing anyone here today. Why is nobody coming in? I saw a few people come in and then just disappear. Nobody's coming in today. I wonder if it has to do with YouTube. I wonder if YouTube's being a little weird. Nobody's coming in to the stream today. Here, I've been here, sitting here 2 hours. I've just been talking. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, I've been talking to myself. It's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind doing a live, talking to a new audience. I've been doing it for like a long time. Seriously, guys. I really need you guys. I need my chat. I need my consistent chat. I need my following. We gotta build something here, guys. And I wanna, like I said, reward you guys and give you guys those member streams that have the better instruction for martial arts, but then at the same time, I want to give you guys member streams for other stuff too. You know, I'll take suggestions too. Yeah, like, it's not like I'm gonna say, oh, the member streams are only gonna be things I decide. No, in fact, a lot of times that's the opposite. That's what we want to do with member streams. We want to do the things that you guys want to see. Yeah, that's the opposite of what we want to do with that stuff. So what I'd like to do now is just sort of fill you guys in a little bit on like what I do, like where I do this and like all that. A lot of times when I'm doing these things, let's go. A lot of times when I'm doing these things, guys, give me a drink here. Man, I gotta blow my nose again. Why is my nose like... Hang on a sec. Put you guys there. Hopefully that stays. Stay there. Oh, I can breathe. I think part of this is the medication. It's just making my allergies finally go away. But it's like also making me expel all of that stuff. So where I do this stuff, I literally just, I'll come up here. Hold on. This is where we're doing this. So we're just going right up here, guys. Like there's nothing... That's, yeah, I mean, it's nothing that big. We're literally just coming right up here. And I'm doing it here. And like, this stuff, like, I sweep this, but like, it's the sort of thing where I have to clean it fully. I gotta get cleaned. I just gotta clean it. I sweep it all the time, but it's the fall now, so. You. Sorry about all the machinery, guys. It's normally pretty peaceful here, but it's the sort of thing where people in this neighborhood like just run machinery all the time, just all throughout the day. You got all this nice scenery. It's like, oh wow, peaceful. Then, yes. Hey, I can give you lots of pets. Lots of them. Lots and lots of pets. Yes. Petting the cat. He's like, pet me more. Pet me more. Pet me more. So yeah, this is just what, I mean, I'm just doing this stuff here, guys. I usually put you guys on the trash can. This is what I do. I set you guys up on the trash can. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. Right like this. And then I just come out here and I'm like, this is how you do this. And that's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah, big deal. Those martial arts videos from like forever ago, a lot of that stuff was actually done just right over here.
Yeah, a lot of these videos that I did years ago, literally just came down in the woods and just did them. Yeah, a lot of that was just filmed right down here. Take a walk. Right down here. Yep. And so like a lot of that stuff, that one series of movements that I did just filmed right here. That one, like the staff and everything, is right here. I did that. So yeah, a lot of this stuff just gets filmed right here. I did a lot of it too. If you guys remember, like the grassy field, so like we the field here, and then that's where I do that. And then my car just I park my car like just right on the other side of the field here. That's where we park at when I'm pulling in, guys. Right there. House tour. I don't know about a house tour, but there's really not much to see, guys. It's pretty boring. You know, some people are like, oh, house tour, house tour. I guess Asman does this, right? Big deal. All right, guys, it's a room. There you go. There you go. It's a room. There you go. Big, yeah, lots of bites. So, yeah. So there's your little tour. There's your little tour, guys. So, yeah. I don't have anybody in here right now. How's nobody in here right now? We've been talking for 2 hours and nobody's in here. I think I have a spider web in my hair. I think I walked through a spider web. What's up, guys? Yeah, I gotta wash my hair. Maybe I'll do that right now. I gotta wash my hair. Look at this. It's all matted. No, there's something in it. I'm trying to get. There's like a web in it or something. So yeah, my after going to the doctor, it's like just basically the medications is making me feel really tired, and it's definitely hard to focus on like certain games if I'm feeling like that. So it's just certain games I'll play. I don't know if it's. Oh, it is zoomed. That's weird. That's so weird. There we go. I was zoomed like that. Man, everyone wanted this. Everyone was like so curious. Then nothing. Wonder why that is. You guys ever see one of these things? So this was my brother's when he was a kid. I had one, but it was green. I had one when it was green. We're taking this outside. Yeah, we're having fun with this. So tell me, did you like the new Lords of the Fallen game? What did you think? What did you think of the new Lords of the Fallen game? Oh, really? Really? Is that so? Did you think that it needed a performance update before it came out? Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I thought so. Yeah. How about the graphics? What do you think? Do you think that they need to work a little bit on textures maybe? Maybe some of those those textures in the environments a little weird. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, it was like a little bit of a porting issue. What do you think? What did you think of? What did you think of Alan Wake 2? That's not good. No, I haven't played it yet. I need to watch. Didn't Cookie do a stream? I woke up, saw that he had streamed it, and needed to start doing stuff for the day. So I haven't checked it out yet. But I'm gonna check it out because I wanna. He was the guy I'm gonna watch. I want to watch Cookie play. I like his take a lot of times. I just realized that I can't walk too far with the internet. So is that a ghost? I had to. I'm sorry. I had to. Every time I'm doing one of these now, I can't not think of that. A cat. A cat. A cat. A cat. No. No. You coming inside? Come on. Come on. You coming in? You coming inside? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, guys. Well, I have stuff to do. I was waiting for people to come in because I wanted to talk about members streams and that type of stuff, but nobody is here. Not really sure what's happening. I think it's probably just algorithms issues where nobody knows I'm live. It's sort of not showing up for people. People won't see it. That happens sometimes. So that's fair. But let's go ahead and end it here because I gotta take care of some stuff. And I will see you guys. Maybe I'll, like I said, I'll jump on a stream here soon and we'll play like something. But I was waiting for people to come in for member content ideas and stuff like that. Well, if I see you guys, soon, I'll probably be on, something. Probably on. What was I gonna do? I don't remember now. I'll be on something. We gotta finish some stuff up. So we'll finish some stuff up before I just jump on Metal Gear because, like I said, I'm just like really tired with the medicine and stuff, just making me more tired than normal.
it is to do a side kick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This stuff's hard to do. Oh man. Oh, side kicks are so hard to do. Oh man, this stuff's so hard to do. Oh, let me tell you what. Oh my god.
The amount of people that think these kicks are hard is kind of staggering.
Yeah, with heavy shoe wear on, it's not easy. You know, you go to do an axe kick, and your foot is like, boom. You know? So like, it's the sort of thing where if you wear socks, the foot slips off, and there you go. It just works better for demonstrating stuff than wearing like shoes and stuff. If you're wearing shoes, you're just gonna damage whatever you're kicking a lot of times. It just happens. Now with the front kick, when you guys were doing that front kick, what you want to realize is that a lot of times that front kick, you're gonna have a little jump to it too. Honestly, truthfully, a lot of times with that kick, you know, you can jump. You got a little jump to it. Just sort of go like that. Yep. But these kicks, man, these side kicks are so easy. So like, the trick with a side kick isn't, can I do it? The trick is with the side kick is, when do I use it? And side kicks are very specific, and really, it's the sort of situation where a lot of times you're only going to use a side kick if you're in a certain situation. So like, I just did some sort of long strike or something like that where I offered my body, so now I'm going to follow up with something else like a side kick. Does that make sense? You know, like if I'm just sort of doing long strikes or something like that and elongating my body, you know, now I might spin and do that back thrust, which is basically just a side kick. You know, the spinning back thrust that we worked, that's just basically a side kick with spin. You know, this one. So, that's all that is. With a lot of times with this front thrust too, what you can do is you can plant a knee. So like let's say you have a head, you can grab a head or something, you can plant a knee and push back, so you can sort of, does that make sense? You can sort of plant a knee first and then extend. All kinds of stuff you can do with that.
And then somebody starts using a saw and ruins all of it. And then it's in the background. It's a nice day. And then you hear the sound of a motorcycle way in the distance. Yeah, I just walked through another spider web. All over my face. Oh, being tall. Walking into spider webs for everybody else. So anyway, yeah, I was gonna end already. Why is there always somebody in here being silent right when I want to end the stream? Somebody comes in and sits there. Who are you? Why are you sitting there being silent until the very end of the stream? What are you doing? Somebody always does this, inevitably. Are we trying to ping IP? Are we waiting for the stream to end to see if somebody disconnects a connection to ping the IP? Is that what we're doing? I think that's what we're trying to do. Is that what you're doing? Oh, he's walking around his lawn. Now we can steal information. Yeah. The people that come out of nowhere requesting for this and this and this are the ones to be suspicious of. I think it's gonna rain. I think it's about to rain. So let's get on live. I have stuff to do. Like I said, the medication that I got from the doctor is making me like pretty tired. So I don't know about Metal Gear Solid today. But I want to finish that really soon, and I'm upset that I can't, like that something else has happened now. So like, regardless of how I feel, I'm gonna finish it soon. I'm just gonna get on and do it. I want to at least give it another, day or so. Like I said, I did tweak settings in Starfield, but I don't know. It's still where it is, And there's plenty of other stuff to get caught up on. Like I said, that Purple Streak suit, I gotta figure the Twitch stuff out and do all that. See what I'm doing about that. So anyway, let us end. And wait, you guys will probably see me on a little bit here. And then we'll play some games. I'll see you guys soon.